Hey everybody, in this video we're going to talk about how to build a SaaS business without raising venture capital. Why are we talking about this? Because this is actually something that I've done. Upticks is obviously a SaaS company and we're bootstrapped. We went through a period where we were considering raising venture capital. Ultimately, we decided not to do it. So if you aspire to either build a SaaS or you're building a SaaS and you're thinking about raising venture capital, or maybe you've already raised venture capital, but you don't want to raise more venture capital and you just want to grow, this video I think can really help you even though we're bootstrapped. All right, so I'm just going to talk about my experiences and let you know what we've done. Stay bootstrapped, stay growing, and stay lean and mean and all that kind of stuff, all right? First of all, I'll give you a little bit about my background. So before Upticks was born, I had two other companies, and both of them were in the service business. Now, I don't know your background. I don't know, what kind of skills you've built, but a lot of times, SaaS founders, you have previous experience in something, right? You've either held a job, you've been a business owner, so on and so forth, right? Now, early on, when we were building Upticks, I had enough money to fund the business so that I didn't really need to raise venture capital, and I didn't actually need to do some of these things to keep Upticks funded because my other business was funding it. Well, after the pandemic hit, my income source, I was making a good amount of money, we'll just say, and it basically shut off overnight. And so we were in the bar and restaurant industry doing inventory controls, was a master franchise for Sculpture Hospitality. And so it was hit pretty hard with the pandemic. So all of a sudden, my money and that was funding Upticks basically got shut off overnight. Now, luckily I had started another company, which is why Upticks actually exists, in the outbound sales space. So we booked appointments for other people. We did cold calling, cold email, LinkedIn outreach, some marketing stuff and that kind of thing. That's actually why Upticks started. So once the money kind of dried up and I needed to, figure out a way to not go bankrupt, essentially, because I'd never let that happen, we needed to do things. Now, a big mistake that I made because I had this other company that was funding Upticks is I decided to give away all of my knowledge and information away effectively for free, thinking that, hey, this will help me build a community, this will help me build an audience and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying you shouldn't give your information away for free, you shouldn't post on social media your thoughts, your ideas, things to grow a following and all that kind of stuff. But I gave away things like, courses for free, consulting for free. And there's a number of things that I didn't do. So in an effort to get really focused on growing Upticks, I got rid of my franchise business. I got rid of the agency side of things. And I was just focusing on trying to grow the software, right? But that turned out to be really a big mistake, honestly. So if you've built a software, there's a good chance you have a knowledge base collected of information that would be valuable to the people that you want to sell to. So we'll get into the strategies to, build your SaaS company here, stay bootstrapped without raising venture capital. Okay, so what you need to think about doing is, a lot of you have a lower ticket SaaS, is have a high ticket product offer. Okay, now there's a few different ways that you could do this, right? You could sell a course, you could do consulting and coaching, or you could do services built around your SaaS, all with varying different degrees of price points. And now, after years of doing this, I'm actually in favor of doing all of that. And your big fear in probably doing that is probably that you'll get distracted and the SaaS will take a back seat, and that, hey, I'm building a SaaS because I just want to sell software. Well, the reality is software is really hard to sell. You probably have a lot of competition. If you don't think you have a competition, you're probably naive to some degree. It's going to be really hard for you to get traction. By having some of these higher ticket offers, it's actually going to fuel your SaaS growth while keeping you funded. Okay? So the first thing that I would do is build a course. Okay? First thing, build a course. The reason why I would build that first is you're going to build a framework about what you could teach people, but then a framework around implementing that in terms of a coaching, consulting model, or even a service. So having it built and packaged in terms of a course. Now, a big mistake that people make when they build a course, and I've made this mistake, so I feel like I can speak on this, is I've given courses away for free. And the thought process behind that in giving it away for free is that you just want to provide goodwill. And it's actually a mistake because people don't value free. They don't complete free. It's actually hard to get people who pay you money for a course to even complete it. So the people that you're giving it away to for free are probably not your buyers. I'm not saying none of them are buyers, but they're probably not your buyers for any of your higher ticket offers and then even your back-end SaaS product, okay? So I'd build a course. Build that course around your knowledge that, of course, even like goes into your product, right? It could even, not that it you don't want to replace a help center or product tours or anything like that with this course, but it needs to go deeper into kind of theory, philosophies, how-tos, and that kind of stuff. And so a lot of your content that you either write or run paid ads to or do outreach to, you want to focus on the problems, and then you could drive traffic to your course. Now, instead of giving the course away for free or selling it for a low amount of money, I would sell it, at least starting out, high ticket. How much is high ticket? I would sell it for at least a couple $1,000. Okay? That'll make the economics $2,000 to $5,000. That would make the economics of actually meeting with people worth getting a salesperson and paying them a commission on selling your coaching, or not your coaching, excuse me, your course. All right, initially it's going to be you. You're probably the founder or whoever. It's going to be you selling it, okay? But now you have this foundation and this framework that you can build other offers. So this is a little bit of a mini front-end offer. Eventually, I would create a lower ticket offer in front of that, but you're bootstrapped and you're trying to fund your company, so you need to sell higher ticket things. Okay, so now you've got an offer that's a couple, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. Great. Now from there, you could start coaching and consulting. Okay, so you might sell a course for a couple $1,000, but you haven't offered any coaching and consulting. So your next high ticket offer is to sell the same people who bought the course or people who want the course coaching and consulting, right? Maybe you meet with them weekly, maybe it's monthly, maybe it's group coaching calls, on a weekly basis. You want to do higher leverage tasks as much as possible, right? So now instead of charging $2,000 to $5,000 for a course, you're charging $5,000 to $10,000 for a course plus a coaching offer. Coaching consulting, right? That's going to make you a good amount of money as well. Now you can afford to invest in people doing outreach. You could probably invest in inbound funnels, sending traffic to things, a whole host of things. This video isn't on building funnels. It's about staying bootstrapped and not raising venture capital and growing that way. Now you've got your course, you've got your coaching. You may not want to do this because services are hard, but that could all parlay into a service offering. Now, if you go the service route, obviously you can sell it to people who've taken your course, you could sell it to people who took the coaching, and now you could actually help them implement it. Because here's the thing, people won't learn, they won't fully implement everything you teach them. They're still going to shortchange some things. And even so, they probably don't have the bandwidth and the resources to implement it fully. That's where you could come in with a productized service instead of a service that's ad hoc and is very cumbersome, you build a productized service on top of that course coaching offer to help people eliminate the bottlenecks to ultimately then implement your solution. Okay? So I hope this is making sense. And all of this, all along the way, leads to your SaaS product, right? You got a course, you've got coaching, you've got services, and then you've got your SaaS product. Now, along the way, you've actually helped your people understand your whole offer, what's possible. You've helped them be successful. They understand it, and maybe you've even helped them implement it. So they're less likely to churn, and they're more likely to be successful with your SaaS product, which then over time, that's going to snowball and that's going to grow. But meanwhile, while you're growing and you're trying to reach exit velocity, sorry, I've got vehicles outside where I'm recording here, so bear with me in the sounds. Maybe it's the garbage truck or something. Anyway, but you have a mechanism to actually stay funded in Bootstrap. I know as a SaaS founder, because I've dealt with this, you just want to sell software. And there will likely come a day where you'll be able to just sell software. Okay, that day will come. But when that day comes, you might decide and figure out that your identity and your growth actually came from building this holistic process that actually grows your SaaS, and you probably will figure out that this is your secret sauce. This is what actually separates you from the competition. Instead of thinking differentiations and having to always build a 10x feature inside of your service, your product, your 10x feature could be education, coaching, consulting, your productized service, so on and so forth, right? Now you have a world where you have a bootstrapped software, you don't have to rely on venture capital, and now you've actually created something that's unique. And not that you can't have 10x features inside of your SaaS product, which you definitely still should. You don't have to sit there and obsess over always staying ahead of the competition, because you've carved out your own niche in these course, coaching, consulting, service models. All right. I say all that because this is what I've actually done to bootstrap Upticks, and we're still growing. We're still figuring all this kind of stuff out. But we have everything from courses to coaching to productized service to the software, and that's our journey. All right. So I hope this video was helpful in helping you kind of figure out how you could stay bootstrapped, not raise venture capital, and still stay alive, still grow your SaaS, still live a good life, and instead of struggling through having to figure out the SaaS growth. I think this will really help you. I hope you learned something from it. If you get a lot of value, love if you would like the video. Comment below if you have any questions, of course, and consider subscribing to the channel and checking out my SaaS Upticks to help you with all your sales and your outreach and even your inbound marketing and lead nurturing. All right. So again, my name is Patrick Spielman, founder of Upticks. Hope you found this valuable. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.